Pesachim Daf, Mem Gimel. Today's email comes from Uri Strom from Baltimore. He says that about 7 weeks ago he ruptured his Achilles tendon and he had surgery and he was laid up and he really got hooked to the shear. He watches it on the All Daf app and he says Baruch Hashem, his foot is healing. He looks forward to the shear each day as you really bring each daf to life. And finally, he sent us a picture of him and his daughters. One of his daughters, the younger one, was born right after his surgery, and here he is watching the shear, learning daf yomi. Unreal. You should have a refuah shleima already. So we learned in the Mishnah that tachshitei nashim has chametz. What's tachshitei nashim? It's paste for hair removal. So the Gemara goes on to say that the wealthy girls, they would use fine flour. If they had any left over, they would give it to the poor girls. The poor girl would mix the fine flour with what she typically used, which is lime. The daughters of kings, they would use shemen hamar. Shemen hamar consists of olive oil that didn't come yet to full growth. It's olives that are less than a third of their full growth. And what's so good about this olive oil? It removes the hair, but also softens the skin. The Mishnah gives us two categories. One category of taroivas chametz and chametz nuksha. Taroivas is a mixture of chametz, let's say kutach. It's made from moldy bread and smelly, spoiled milk. So it has bread in it, but you don't see it. It's mixed up well in the blender. That's taroivas chametz, but it has real chametz in it. Chametz nuksha is not real chametz. It's almost there. It didn't come to the full leavening process. But the chametz is right there in front of you. And the Mishnah gives us 7 examples. Modai, beer, kutach, etc. Why 7? One of each category is enough. The answer is because we wanted people to remember the names. In fact, the Gemara tells us a story. Somebody came from Eretz Yisrael to Bavel, and he had a meat sandwich with him, and he wanted a dip for his meat. And he overheard them saying, give him kutach. Now, kutach is made from whey. It's a milk derivative. He didn't want to eat it together with the meat. So because he knew what kutach was, he refrained from eating it. It saved him. Now, there's 2 Tanoim, Rebbe Meir and Rebbe Eliezer. Rebbe Meir says that nuksha is a lav, and I'll learn taroivas from nuksha. Rebbe Eliezer says the exact opposite, according to one mandama. Rebbe Eliezer says taroivas is a lav, and I'll learn nuksha from taroivas from a kavachomer. The Gemara says that Rebbe Eliezer from the Brisa, who says taroivas is a lav, taroivas, although you don't really see the chametz, so certainly when you see the chametz, nuksha, that's the kavachomer. Yet from another brisa, it doesn't bring the Rebbe Eliezer holds that nuksha is aser. It would seem like nuksha is not aser. We don't imply this kavachomer. Now there's a brisa that says that Rebbe Meir holds that nuksha is aser. Where do we see it in the brisa? There's a concept called siur, not seyar, but siur. Siur is dough that stopped. It's in the process of becoming chametz. Rebbe Meir says that when it reaches the chsifu panim, like a person gets embarrassed, his face turns white. When the dough turns white, you can't have any hana from it. And if you do, if you benefit from it, you get malchus. So what does that tell us? The chametz nuksha, this nuksha, it didn't become chametz yet. You get malchus according to Rebbe Meir. So certainly taroivas, which is real chametz, you should get malchus, says the Gemara. Now, what's the machlokes over there? Just real quick. Rebbe Meir says that if it turns white, that's considered siur. According to Rabbi Yehuda, it has to have cracks in it the size of an antenna of a grasshopper. But according to Rebbe Meir, that's not siur, that's real chametz. According to Rabbi Yehuda, Rebbe Meir's white dough is matzah. Midaraisa, you're allowed to eat it. The Rabbanan, you should be careful, don't eat it. The Torah says, kol machmetzes loisei chelu. From the word kol, Rebbe Eliezer learns that there's a lav for taroivas. And Chacham don't learn the word kol. Yet everybody agrees that from the word machmetzes, it gives leavening, it brings chametz. Even if you have an outside source to make a chametz, like you pour in some sourdough, that is still considered chametz, and you get malchus for that. The Gemara tells us the side for all of Shas. Any lav that a man is chayiv on, let's say a man gets kairos for something, so does a woman. How do we know it? Because there's a pasuk when a person steals and he lies, he swears that he didn't steal, and later on he admits that he did. The pasuk says, Isha Isha, even a woman, so we compare a man to a woman, Kiyasum kol chatois, all averos, they're equal. Yet when it comes to chametz, I would say a woman is not chayiv. Why? Because when it comes to chametz and eating matzah are in the same exact pasuk. And I would say that a woman is not chayiv a matzah. You know why? Because it's a mitzvah sasesha as man grama. You only eat matzah once a year, so a woman should be potter. And if she's potter from matzah, she shouldn't be chayiv on eating chametz. It's in the same pasuk. That's why I need a special pasuk to say that a woman is chayiv when she eats chametz. Kol. And once I know that she's chayiv on eating chametz, since it's in the same pasuk of eating matzah, she's chayiv to eat matzah. That's why women have a mitzvah deraisa to eat matzah. Now, this word kol could come to include a woman in the isser of chametz, but it could also, we could use it for something else, to say that taroiv is chametz, a mixture of chametz, you're chayiv kares for it. Why did I choose a woman? The answer is, because the pasuk is talking about human beings, that a man is chayiv and matzah. So then let's add another human being called a woman, not food. Yet there's another place where we're talking about human beings and we add food. The answer over there would be because there's nothing else to add. And I'll explain. When it comes to chaylev, the forbidden fats, the Torah says you're not permitted to eat forbidden fats of a carbon. It doesn't say anything else about forbidden fats. So how do I know that on a regular animal that we eat on a daily basis, you can't eat the forbidden fats? So first of all, the Gemara says that if it's hegdish, just you're not going to bring it as a carbon, it's, let's say, as a mum, you also can't eat the forbidden fats. Why? Because it says min avema. Chulin I learned from the word kol. Why did I include an animal? I should say that women are chayiv. Well, the answer is women are anyways chayiv because of the pasuk that we learned by Gzela. There's a hekesh between a man and woman for all these surim. Since I have no one else to add, then we add food. Now Rabbanan don't learn from the word kol. Only Rebbe Lezer learns kol from the fact that they don't learn taroivus chametz from the word kol. So if they don't learn the drush of kol anywhere, so how do they know that women are chayiv in chametz? The answer is they learned the word ki kol, the actual word ki. Now what's interesting is that Rebbe Lezer himself, in our sugya, doesn't learn the word ki, because otherwise he would learn from the word ki that if you eat taroivus chametz, a mixture of chametz, you'd be chayiv kares, and he doesn't learn it. But somewhere else he does learn ki kol, and it's a big kasha. The Gemara remains in a kasha. Where is it? In the sugya of Sa'ar. The halacha is, the Torah tells us, Sa'ar about taktiru, you're not allowed to eat chametz, you're not allowed to bring chametz onto a mizbeach, even on Chanukah. Nothing to do with Pesach. How do I know that you're over even in half a kazais? Listen to kazais, because it says kol. And how do I know that if it's taroivus chametz, it's a mixture, I can't even discern that there's chametz in there? How do I can't bring it onto the mizbeach? It says ki kol. Who says it? The Rebbe Eliezer. So you see that he does learn the word ki, and now we're saying he doesn't. Have a wonderful day.